Well, good evening, everybody. This is Susan for SLC Aquatics coming to you live this Thursday afternoon. This is hashtag FishFamMom and Guest Series. And today, my very special guest is none other than StephenP 2003. Come on in,
Hi.
Stephen.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we're getting some coming on in here. We got 5 coming on in. We've got Diego at Pet Exotics that was here earlier. He said hi to me, and Patty's Petite Tanks came in. Bruiser CB is here. Hey, Bruiser, haven't met you yet, but hi. Mystery Snail Gardens is saying hi, and she said, Patty says, "Oh, this guest stinks. Never mind."
Yeah,
we know,
y-
we know Patty.
you know what? Do
What?
you do you have a copy of the Patty's Here video?
No, I do not.
Well, I need to send that to you. So when Patty joins the stream, you can play the video. It's a 15-second celebration for Patty.
As long as it's got bearable language in it.
Oh yeah, there's no language. It says Patty's here, and there's a bunch of people dancing.
I
It
think I
is.
saw you play that once.
Yeah,
But
one of the few things that I have on my channel that is rated G, I guess you'd say.
oh, well, if you've ever watched my channel trailer, you will understand why I said anything. Otherwise,
Mhm.
we're okay. Oh, everybody's just saying hi to each other. So this is your opportunity to get to meet Stephen a little bit. I'm going to let him take the platform here and tell us a little bit about himself. And those of you that are regular followers already know, but I would like him to reiterate on how long you've been in the hobby, what kind of species you might be keeping. So go ahead, Stephen.
Okay. Oh, I liked it better the other way. um, all right. Well, I'm Steven, and I have tanks. I have right now. Well, let's see. I'll just start from the beginning. I've been in the hobby, like taking it seriously, I guess you'd say, for a couple of years now. Maybe 2 years and a few months. But I've dabbled in it before, like everybody else. You got the win the carnival goldfish, or you keep a 10-gallon when you're a teenager or something like that. And then took a long hiatus and got back into it. Really, thanks to my wife, she got me into it because she had a fish tank in her classroom. Basically, the only thing that she could keep between the school regulations and her allergies. So she liked hers,
Okay.
and she wanted one for the house, and so yeah, and she was suggesting we get rainbow fish, and I really got into rainbow fish. So that's like one of my main things I've got is like this tank behind me, community tank with some Melanitania and pseudomcgill species. I've got another tank that has a couple of different rainbow fish species as well, and just having fun with it really.
So you have multiple species of rainbow in one tank?
I do. This one has Melanitania picta that I just got about a month ago, and I also have 3 species of pseudomcgill. Now, I do intend to start breeding them, and in order to do that, you have to take them out and like separate the species. Otherwise, there's a chance that they'll hybridize, and if they do, then there's nothing wrong with it as long as you keep it in your fish room. They should never leave your fish room because you don't want the hybrids to enter the hobby and muddy the bloodlines for fish that may very well go extinct in the near future. So
Right. Are they on the CARES list? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Um, I I have to pull it up every once in a while. Hey, Mary Page, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Also, I think we've all started with, or a lot of us have started with the little carnival goldfish. I think I had 3 when I was little, and of course, they didn't live over a couple weeks in that fish bowl.
I doing better than me. I forgot the dechlorinator. I didn't have a whole lot of information about it. I just, tap water in a bowl and sure, it'll be fine. Then I learned about dechlorinator, rushed off to the store, came back. The goldfish had already jumped out of the bowl. And so, me being a kid, I put him back in the bowl and thought maybe like adding the dechlorinator would somehow revive him, but no, it didn't last. It didn't last a day.
Yep. I think mine just died of overeating and no water changes. Mr. Madul came in, Madul Singh, and want to welcome him to the live stream. Daniel Velez, Petroman. Hi, guys. This is your time to ask Stephen any questions that you would like to ask him. He's introducing himself to those who may not know him. Right now, he has 685 subs. So if you're not a subscriber to his channel, and maybe even watch some of his live streams or videos, but you haven't subscribed, I want you to go over there and later on make sure that you show love for love, as mom says, which means just click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and don't forget to watch some videos, click like and share, and leave a comment. Oh my goodness, that's a mouthful.
All that good stuff. Now, I think I know all of these names in chat so far,
Yes.
and so I think they're all subscribed to me. But sometimes YouTube likes to just take that away at random. So
Hey, Maria Z came in. Thank you. Got some good mods in here so y'all can share links. Madul's sharing to become a member, to click that link. I guess he's sharing mine since you don't have a join button yet. So
nah.
there's Steven's channel. Thank you, Madul. Yep. Appreciate it. I do have that information in banners, but you can't click a banner. Uh,
uh,
because there's your,
uh,
yep.
it's just if you know the first part of it, StephenP 2003, it's pretty easy to search.
Yeah, you have your custom URL. Have they
Mhm.
done away with that option yet, or are you still able to do it?
The custom URL. I mean, I guess I picked one, and I don't know if you can change it all that often or ever. So, what I have now is just what I'm going to stick with.
Yeah, there was rumor a couple weeks ago that YouTube will be doing away with that option. So
Hmm.
if anybody listening has not picked their custom URL for their channel, you need to go take care of that business before that option goes away. They're also thinking about grabbing a couple channels that have 500 or more subscribers and doing away with the discussion tab and giving you the community tab. But you don't know who they're going to pick and who they're going to do it to. So that would be nice.
Yeah, the community tab I think would be pretty useful.
Yeah, I use it when I'm watching a stream to go ahead and share somebody's live stream on my community tab.
Yep, I see those a lot, and it's definitely in the past has helped me discover somebody else's stream that I
That's
didn't know about.
That's good. Hi, Vanuski's Tanks. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. This is Stephen P. Come on in, ask your questions, guys. I know you all are regulars that watch him, but you might have some question for him about some of maybe your stock that you're having problems with or getting ready to think about keep in your fish room. And I forgot to ask you, did you say how many tanks you had set up right now?
I have 10 right now, including a little 10-gallon quarantine tank. But they're all scattered throughout the house. There's one in each of my kids' rooms. There's two in the bedroom. Like this 90-gallon is in the bedroom, and I have a dining room, which is now like a fish room, and there's a dining table with tanks on it. We don't, I mean, who eats in the dining room anymore? So just recently, my wife is like, well, we might as well get rid of the dining table and put a rack in place. So I'll have room for some more tanks, which will just be breeding projects.
And your wife's name is Jenna.
That's right.
Okay. It's good for Jenna to be on track with you in some ways. And I know y'all probably work it out as to how far can you go and how far, uh, when do we start cutting back or where do we cut the line? Because MTA is really, really, it's real. And
Oh,
I think after 7 years, I've almost got Rod convinced to put one in his room finally. And we just got to find a spot for it with power supply and everything.
Yeah, and I mean she is into the tanks like I am, but I do the maintenance on it. So I guess really the line is how much maintenance am I willing to do?
Yes. And maybe the kids were later pick up some of those good habits.
Maybe. You know, they like their tanks. They don't like going to the fish store.
They don't.
No, they're not. They're not like a big fan of it. Like they enjoy their tanks, and I guess if I said we're going to the fish store to pick out fish for your tank, they might come with me.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah.
Um, Mary Page is sharing shorts. Stephen's awesome new shorts video. Yes.
Is that the one with the Grendel worms?
I'm going to go look at it.
Just this afternoon, it got
Yep.
pushed out into the shorts universe, whatever you want to call it, and got about 1,000 views on it. It's interesting how that works. You never know which one is going to go out there.
I know it. That is just amazing. And of course, I just lost my chat, so I got to go back and get it. So, where am I? There I am. I have to be on Wi-Fi. I don't know if you noticed or not. Sometimes we are uh, a little choppy.
I mean, I'm just looking at StreamYard, and you look fine. So,
Okay.
and I'm hardwired. I'm at my gaming station right now. I don't really play games anymore, but it's still useful for other stuff.
Yeah, I think my Ethernet port on the tower went bad, so I'm going to have to get in there and just replace it. Well, the one that's in there is probably integrated on the motherboard, and I'll probably have to put a PCI card in.
So Daniel was asking me that tank behind me, is it dosed with FERTs and CO2? And yes, it does have CO2. And there, I had a video a while back where I had a mishap with the CO2 where I was messing around stuff outside the tank and moved the big CO2 cylinder. Didn't realize that I had handled the regulator a little bit too much, and I had the knob dialed up to 11. Woke up after about 3 hours of the CO2 running one morning to just the tank was dead. Like the only ones that survived were the pearl gourami and all of my cory cats and a rainbow fish.
I remember when that happened, and somebody else also made a comment that one of their cats had gone by and brushed their regulator and killed their tank. So
Yeah, but I'm not one to give up. You know, whenever I fail at something like this, I tend to double down. I'm pretty stubborn about that. So
yeah,
I've got the CO2 going. Now fertilizer wise, it's I always heavily stock my tanks, so like nitrate is never an issue, and my tap water already has 2 ppm
yes,
of
it is true.
phosphates.
I like looking at it.
So I dose a lot of potassium, and I have to dose calcium and magnesium because I don't have any general hardness in my tap water. So yeah, it's a lot of potassium and micro fertilization.
I want to say hi to Degenerate Fish Keeper that came in,
What's up, Jason?
and Daniel Fish, Daniel Keeping Fish from UK came in. Good evening, folks. He likes my Thursday show better than Tuesday because it's like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning for him on Tuesdays. But
Had
it's
Larry D come in too?
yeah, Larry D's Tanks and More came in. Great. I like looking at that. You said 90-gallon behind you, and is that a preformed background?
It's one that I made out of some foam backing board and spray foam, and then a bunch of sand and paint and polyurethane,
Wow.
and then algae on top of it. Really pulled the whole thing together. Like
Yeah.
the purplish brown stuff you see is just algae growth, like very
Okay.
short blackbeard algae that just kind of stays that way.
Yeah. When you said you dose with a lot of potassium, I was wondering if you had any black hair or black beard algae because undoubtedly my water has a lot in it because I would say 3 of my main tanks, they have blackbeard algae in it, and I I just let it grow. I like to watch the water move it.
I have blackbeard algae in some tanks where I'm not dosing any CO2, or I'm dosing like a very small amount and I get a little bit carried away with the feeding is whenever I'll see it pop up.
Okay,
I have some in my like guppy colony, my Endler colony, but it kind of it stays where it is. It doesn't spread, so I keep it where it is too. I like it, and the shrimp like it too. They like to pick through it and pull out all the microfauna and stuff.
good. Talking about earlier, you had that mistake with the CO2. Um, and when we have those accidents happen, and I don't give up either, even though I get sad and I get mad at myself.
Hmm.
Like my 2 dozen baby Corridora didn't make it because
Mm,
my Monday schedule and Tuesday, I told you earlier,
yeah,
my crazy schedule this week, and I've been doing water changes every day and watching them grow. And Tuesday afternoon, every one of them were gone because of an ammonia bust. So
oof.
so I'll start over. They're already spawning again, but I'm not gonna collect any eggs till I get that tank set up.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Corys is they're always spawning. And now in a tank like this, if I want to see any eggs, I need to be watching it like a hawk 24 hours a day because the eggs come out, they get eaten immediately.
Yep.
Saw Lefty came in. He can't stay. He had a death in the family. That's why we didn't stream on Monday. It looks
Yes.
like he's on his way to the funeral.
And Lefty, I sent him a message, and my heart goes out to you and prayers, and hope to see you back soon. And y'all just have safe travels, and I pray everything goes well for you, sweetheart. Mary Page says your tank is beautiful, Stephen.
Thank you, Mary Page. This one's definitely a labor of love. Like everything, the background was DIY. I actually made the tank myself. I bought glass panes because I just got so tired of trying to find large tanks locally that people didn't want $1,000 for. So I just built one myself that kind of fit the space in the room. It's like a non-standard size. Like instead of it being a 4 foot or a 6 foot tank, it's actually 4.5 feet, 55 inches.
Awesome. You're quite a crafty guy there. I didn't know about.
I
Do I
try,
do I,
and sometimes I fail, but I like it when I succeed because then we
do I
get stuff like this.
do I put my order in now for the first of the year?
No, ma'am, I'm not building things for anybody else. I've had this one up and running for so long, but I still have like these thoughts, like what if one day it just busts? Like I don't know if when I'm out of the woods, I don't know if you're ever out of the woods.
Yeah. I've got a tank downstairs that says 2010 on it, and it's still holding water. So knocking on wood.
Yeah, definitely.
Daniel Keeping Fish told Mary Page, I hit the like on the way in because I knew I'd be having a good time on a great stream. Thank you, Daniel.
That's right.
Well, come on, guys. Y'all ask him some questions. I've asked him about his upcoming stream on Saturday, and he says he is streaming on Saturdays now on what, 3 o'clock Eastern. And your wife Jenna has recently joined you as your
Mhm.
co-host. And if y'all haven't seen any of that, you need to go back and watch it and join them on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern.
And we tend to like we'll start off doing some chat and then whatever Q&A, and then we play a little game, not for any prizes, just for like points that don't matter. And it started off with like, what fish are my kids describing? So I'll show a picture of a fish to my kids and they'll take about 30 seconds to a minute and just describe what they see. And then it evolved recently into a Pictionary. I'll have them draw the fish that they see, and people have to guess it along the way.
It's sweet.
And Ricky's asking, "What's my favorite plant?" That's a good question. Like, I think in terms of easy, fast growing, like the plant that I would recommend to everyone who has trouble keeping plants would be like water wisteria, because it grows like a weed, doesn't look too bad, and it's easy to propagate. And I guess I'd say maybe my favorite plant that kind of gives me a little bit of grief from time to time would be Bucephalandra. And you can see under this tree, I just have a huge carpet of it going.
I like it. Those crypts are beautiful, man.
Oh, this big old. This is one big crypt that I didn't realize would get that big. That's why I had it in the foreground. But now, crypts, you don't want to move them. So that's where it's going to be.
Yep. Mine that I moved have only spread it out, not up. Um, and they were looking like they were going to die for a while. And actually, the flash pleco got up underneath of it and built a heap up underneath of it, and it started flourishing. So I guess she stirred the roots up a little bit.
Was there a question from Maria? I'm scrolling, and
Yeah, I'm trying to find it again.
okay, song collabs. There we
Collabs.
go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like for a little bit, Dr. Black was mentioning doing a collab. I don't have any ideas for a collab with him yet, but I'm definitely will keep that open.
Well, I guess I've missed out on the songs. Do you have them on your channel under your videos?
I do. They're usually part of an unboxing. There are a couple that are standalone, and just FYI, they are not rated G. This is just, yeah. And I'm working on another one right now that is for sure, definitely not family friendly.
Okay.
So, I mean, I try to keep most of my videos like generally acceptable. I don't go like overboard with vulgarity, but I also don't censor myself all that much. Not as much as I probably should. But also, I'm just having fun with the channel, honestly. I'm not like trying to appeal to everyone and their dog.
Well, everybody should do their channel the way they want to be creative, and you know, that's the way I feel about it. I don't have
Yeah.
anything to say.
Mhm.
Stephen, I am going to replace a cracked pane in a 55. New Local Austin said. And do you have any advice about that?
So I've never had to repair an existing tank. But from what I hear from everyone is if you're going to do any kind of resealing or replacing, that your best bet is to completely remove the silicone everywhere and just start from scratch. And so, make it completely clean, like get all the silicone off and just start it like you're building a new tank. Haven't done it yet though.
Yep, I agree with that. Daniel's Keeping Fish has a two-part question here. He says, "What was the toughest challenge you beat, and how did you beat it?" And he said, "In the hobby, I mean."
Oh man, there's a couple that come to mind. I mean, in the beginning, keeping plants alive, um, like I don't know. I guess it was just. I mean, I think it's kind of the same issue that everyone has is finding that balance between light and fertilizer, and just understanding the relationship between light and how much light will enable how much fertilization, and whether plants can even use that amount of fertilization, and fighting algae taking advantage of extra nutrients. And I mean, the way I've beat it, that is just understanding my own water. Like I've done a deep dive into like the water hardness, GH versus KH, which played a big role in how I keep plants. The fact that the livestock create a lot of the macronutrients that you think you might need from an all-in-one fertilizer, but if you have stuff that's already naturally producing those fertilizers, if you add more of it, you're going to have algae problems. unless you were like blasting the CO2 in light, which I've kind of started doing that with some of my tanks just because it's CO2 is kind of like a substitute for patience. Things grow a lot faster.
Well, I have a question. I'm still learning about the KH and the GH. I know this much about if I have a plant or a species of fish that requires more KH than what my water provides, you can add crushed coral. Is that true?
You can.
Is it?
If your KH is low, then crushed coral is probably the your best bet because like crushed like I don't know what your GH is, but generally like in the wild, the KH and the GH will be kind of equal because water will naturally dissolve limestone, which will separate the calcium carbonate into calcium and carbonate, the carbonate being your buffer. And, they're kind of equalized. But in tap water, it can be completely different. Like tap water does not follow the rules of natural waterways. For example, my water has no GH at all, and it has 7 degrees of KH. So I don't have to buffer, but I do have to raise my GH, and I can't do it by dissolving crushed coral because my buffer is already relatively high. It won't really dissolve the crushed coral in the way that I would need it to.
Wow.
But I mean, that would be what I recommend if you don't have like if your say your pH is naturally low, maybe 6 or just anything below 7, then do the crushed coral and it'll dissolve it relatively fast. And then once you buffer up to where you need to be, it'll kind of equal itself out, and you won't have to replace it quite as often, depending on how high your pH is naturally.
I use the strips to test my KH and GH. I haven't used the liquid testers yet. I do have them. Um, and on out of the tap, I have very low GH and hardly any KH. In a couple of my aquariums where I have a lot of crushed coral on top of sand, the GH came all the way up to that deep purple. And so my KH is kind of like right in the middle, but it doesn't hold there. Um,
Um,
with water changes, I lose all of that.
oh yeah, once you change the water, you're replacing it with your soft water, so the crushed coral has got to continue to dissolve. And I get it if you don't change water often enough and you have a lot of dissolved organics in your water, that'll also start eating through your buffer. So I do weekly water changes for most of my tanks, so I don't have to worry about that. And I guess I'm fortunate to have the buffering capacity in my water that I don't have to worry about pH crashes all that much, unless I'm like letting a tank go for months and months and months.
Yeah, I constantly fight my pH because it comes out right at 7.0, but as soon as it hits my tanks and
This dog is just wanting the
I
attention.
see, come on, baby, and show your face. I forget his name.
This is JoJo.
Hey, Jojo. Hey,
Saying
Jojo.
no,
Hey, Jojo. Probably can't hear through your headset, right?
no.
But anyway, he's pretty. Oh, yeah, I start going into the acidic
Hmm.
real fast. And so what I end up doing sometimes is just adding just a little bit of baking soda after a good water change just to help buffer it a little bit so that I don't have any crashes.
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably do something like that too. Of course, having no G, if I had no GH and no KH, and I would just be constantly crushed coral, or something that is like it seems to me like it's much easier to raise both at the same time if you're low on both than it is to just raise GH. Because with raising GH, I have to find something that's just magnesium and just calcium that will dissolve readily in the water. Whereas like crushed coral, the carbonate, the pH would just not dissolve. Like my pH is like 8.2 out of the tap.
Okay. Yeah, you're blessed.
Sometimes, I mean, there are some plants where, and of course, like keeping those caridina shrimp, you have to have basically no buffer in your water because you got to be able to buffer that pH down to super low. So if I ever wanted to have caridina shrimp or, breed something like discus, I probably would have to use RO. Um,
Ricky's
so
asking you a question.
so is that first YouTuber or first fish tuber?
Oh, that was a good question.
Because I've been watching YouTube for a while. Like I've even before FishTube, I was probably watching YouTube more than watching regular TV. And I'm a big fan of a lot of those comedian podcasts. Like I listen to Joe Rogan when he has on a good guest, and like who else? The Tom Segura podcast, Bert Kreischer podcast. First fish tuber would be probably Corey from Aquarium Co-op, most likely. There were a few that I was rotating in and out, like when I was just sort of doing research and I would find a video on YouTube, I'd pull it up and watch it. And for sure, there was a lot of Aquarium Co-op and KG Tropicals and King of DIY,
Hmm.
especially when building this tank. I kind of took lead from him.
Yeah, I can say the same thing. I saw Corey first, and then I met Bob Steenfight.
Oh
And
yeah.
in between those two, I was watching Joey DIY because I was doing a lot of DIY, um, moving media bed filters and, uh, just some of the DIY stuff that he did.
Yeah, his old DIY videos are very valuable. Like I learned a lot from those, even though I didn't do everything that he did. Like mental notes of projects that I want to try in the future.
Of course, Jason wants to know, how did you find the fish fam? And you basically answered that a little bit.
Well, I mean, there's a couple of different ways because, like, of course, I found Corey, and I found the big channels. Just as you tend to do, find those pretty easily. And in terms of these smaller folks, trickled down to being recommended by some of the.
I'm sorry, I had to throw it up there and distract you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Daniel.
I found you at around the same time that I found everybody else,
Yeah.
and it actually a lot of the one like I had found a few just from being recommended by other people in the big streams. I've been lurking for a while in let's see, like Jadron Aquatics, Flip Aquatics, and then trickling down to like Chattanooga Ed and Fish Room Fever, James, and then I was actually selling fish on eBay, and somebody on Facebook, Ames Spirit Fish, if you're
Yeah.
familiar with her,
Hmm.
she was looking for some endlers, and my wife commented that I was selling them, and then she bought them from me, and then we got to talking and realized that I had seen her in streams, she'd seen me in streams, she started sending me links to other people's streams, started lurking there for a while.
Yes, Ames is very good about connecting you with other
Mm.
fish tubers. And I met her over at Big Big Hank Tanks or Big Tank Hanks. I can't, however it goes. And he was, I forget who he was interviewing, and I guess he was interviewing me. That's what it was.
Mm.
But anyway, that's when
Oh,
I met her. Go
and
ahead.
Bentley, I forgot about Bentley Pasco.
Yes.
He was definitely I've been watching him for a long time too, almost as long as the
Corey.
co-op, because
Hmm.
as soon as I started getting into plants and I was looking into the lights, that's when I found him.
Yep. Yeah, Bentley's been there a while, and oh, I just, if I start calling names, I'm gonna leave somebody out. But I started on Facebook in Facebook groups, guppy groups, and that's when I saw one of Corey's videos. That's really when I started watching YouTube back 7 years ago, and that's when I found him. And
Oh wow,
he,
7 years ago. How many subs did he have around that time?
well, it wasn't 500,000. I'm telling you,
No.
it was like 10,000 at the most.
Wow.
Yeah. but he grew fast because he was in good terms and close with the algorithms and all of the YouTube
Yeah.
creator uh, info, and he was some of the he was the beta testers for a lot of things that we're using today in the fish fam when it comes to YouTubers. So
Oh yeah, like the memberships and all that kind of stuff, and
memberships and the monetization, because everybody was did the Patreon,
oh yeah,
and then the partnership was really for an elite group, and it didn't have the options to select your own ads and stuff. Now you can kind of you know line up your ads according to what your channel's about.
and I think he was like he had said like his live streams and the participation in them were kind of an anomaly for YouTube. Like they weren't used to seeing live streams do that well in terms of interaction and engagement. So I
Right.
think that's why they brought him on board to test out that kind of stuff.
Yes, because YouTube at that time was more of an upload platform. It
Hmm.
wasn't doing much live streaming, and then the live streaming became such a strong platform, like you said, because of what he was doing. So, yeah,
And it looks like they're still adding features and working on it too. I'm glad that they're embracing it and not like trying to like get away from it.
I um I give them plenty of feedback and letting them know. I said I count myself as a small creator, but I need some more interaction with your creator studio people.
Yeah.
And so that's now on my YouTube studio. There's all kinds of links for all kinds of questions. I mean, they've been catering to me, so I appreciate that. Hey, Paul
Okay.
Soltero, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. My water is acidic, relatively hard, with almost no KH. Aragonite as well. Some limestone in the rock works solves the problem. Yeah, I have
Hmm.
aragonite in some of my tanks too.
Yeah, if you've got acidic water and no KH, just you can put pretty much any kind of calcium carbonate in there, and it'll eat right through it and buffer your water pretty quickly.
Patty and Rika Stan are having a party by themselves.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of Maria songs. West, yeah, well that's what I was thinking of whenever Rico said Maria. West
Maria,
Sides.
Maria.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. I saw that. Uh, but there's only one Maria Z. That's cute. Oh, I don't see any more questions right now. Do you?
Not yet.
What else you want to tell us,
Um,
Stephen? What do you got planning in the background that we don't know about yet? Give us some
well,
teasers.
if you don't know about it, that means I'm not ready to discuss it.
Oh, you got to give some teasers.
um, I think everyone knows that I'm working on another song. It's a rap song because like that's how the songs devolve whenever I can't think of any like good genre. So I'm like, all right, let's rap. Um, and it's about my guppy tank. I've got this live bearer. I call it the live bearer mosh pit because it's got just mutt guppies and mutt platies, and I just let them colony breed and do whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a couple of years since I've added some new blood to it, so there's been a lot of like a lot of inbreeding, and you're starting to see some of those like completely colorless females and the wild type pattern males. And so before it gets too out of hand with just those taking over, I'm starting to go through the fish fam guppies. So Brienne sent me some this week, and so I've got those in quarantine. I'll be adding those soon, and then I'll probably maybe order some from Jess or somebody.
Mm-hmm. She's got beautiful guppies.
But I had such problems with getting guppies from my pet store at first. I was almost ready to give up on guppies because I didn't realize the way fancy guppies were treated as imports. Like basically, by the time they make it to your water, like they're just already dead. Honestly, they're on their way out because the way
Yeah.
they're raised.
Whenever I bring in some new guppies into my water, the adults, thank God the females will drop some fry and the adults die off. And then the fry that grow up are always strong, because they're born into the water. They don't go through the stress that the adults go through.
Yeah. My dogs decided to start playing.
That's cute.
You
Oh,
know, oh, who would win in a fight, Towley or Man Bear Pig?
yeah,
It's
that's
got to
what
be
he
a
said.
Man Bear Pig. I mean, we've seen in recent seasons Man Bear Pig just completely pound on. In South Park, they have the Satan character, and he actually appeared to fight Man Bear Pig. And yeah, I don't know if you watch South Park or if you. Yeah, Man Bear Pig is like the symbolic embodiment of climate change,
Okay.
and he was treated like a myth in the early days of South Park, and then they brought him back and recently just kind of like say like, okay, yeah, he is real, and that he's an unstoppable force.
Okay. I know of the show, but I don't know the characters that well, but
Yeah,
that's cute. Um, Rika Stan
Maria.
said that he passed me like I was sitting still.
Well, that's your fault, Rico. You helped me. He's been helping me get some more subs too. Like I think we were about tied, and then he went and solicited his family to subscribe to me. My and my parents are not even subscribed to me because they don't know how, and I'm fine with that. They don't need they don't need to know.
Patty's gonna keep trying. She wants to know, did you answer the question of how he found the fish fam and who do we need to blame for it?
Yeah, I did. You'll have to go back
Yeah,
and watch the
had to go back
replay.
and watch the replay, Patty.
And thank you, Maria.
Maria,
I agree. Rico for sure. He needs to be well beyond 1,000
that's true.
because he like his interviews are top notch. Like there
I
is
love
no
it.
other Fish Fam interview. I mean, no offense to you, but like, like watching Rico stand is I make sure I put that on my schedule because he does a great interview. Like the focus on the non-fish related type of
Hmm.
interview.
Yep.
Like no one else is doing that kind of thing. Like getting to know the person behind the tanks.
Yeah, I don't get to watch a lot of Ricostan because he's on when I'm busy working and stuff. But
Mm,
I try to go back and catch bits and pieces of the interview. And there are certain people in the community who really have talent for interviews, and he's
mm,
definitely one of those guys. And um, I don't get offended at all because I'm not out there trying to be a great interviewer or anything like that, but I've tried to continue bringing the little channels that really need to be
mm.
stronger and be out there like yours. I believe that yours and Lefty is so smart
Yeah.
and witty, and when him and Ed do different things, I
Mhm.
enjoy that so much because we can fish all day long and answer the same questions over and over again. Yes, you've got different people coming in asking different questions, but where it seems sometimes like we're answering the same question over and over again. And sometimes you just need a break. Let's play board games. Let's play movie uh, trivia and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, I like that, and I know that I would be a terrible interviewer, so I don't even try. I'm like starting my stream. I'm like, we got to have something to do besides like talking to people. So I just well, my wife helped me come up with these games involving the kids.
what is Patty saying here?
Don't sully yourself and listen to Rico Stan. Yeah, what Patty said.
Jimmy P says, Susan, that's no excuse. Rico's on 24/7.
I didn't see no afternoon delight, Rico. I,
Oh,
I don't know. Today's Thursday. I don't remember what his afternoon delight schedule is.
It's 1 o'clock, I thought.
Yeah,
Is it?
I don't know if
Well,
it's every day, and I don't know if he wants to do it every day.
oh,
But yeah, he definitely helps fill the gap between streams between the morning show and then when afternoon streams start coming.
yeah. Yeah, Ricky started doing some movie game nights. Yes, he has.
Yep, I've been he's taking a little break because he's moving, but I've been joining him on his streams to do the movie games and trivia. It's pretty fun.
I liked a couple times I caught him unboxing some of his DVDs that came.
He's got over 1,100 now, I think,
Oh my goodness.
and about that many dogs.
Yeah, and bless his heart, he did lose one
Yeah, I
recently.
know. Yeah,
Sorry about
it's
that.
always tragic.
Yep. Next week when he interviews Corey.
That's right. Rico's got Corey from Aquarium Co-op on
Wow.
the Focus On,
I am
where,
so I'm so glad that worked out.
and yeah, that should be promoted heavily. He'll get
N-
Corey to spill his guts and start talking about something other than fish and business.
Never.
No,
Corey breathes and sleeps and eats fish. Um, his last trip to Peru, he really enjoyed it.
mm.
He said if he hadn't trained, he wouldn't have made it.
It looks like a lot of work. Like I have dreams of going to doing something like that, and then when I see it in action, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of gross and hot and hard work.
It is,
I think I'm just gonna enjoy watching the videos of it.
and he said some of the mud that they got stuck in, it took so much strength to get out of it.
I imagine so.
Oh, he's got more now. 1400.
1,400. He's behind on unboxing them, I think, because he's been moving and he gets those boxes delivered, and
Yeah,
then he's got friends who send him all their old DVDs that they don't want. So he's always getting new ones to the collection.
well, and the thing of it is he's just not receiving movies. He researches them, and he can tell you, you know things behind the scenes that I didn't even know was going on before the movie actually came out.
Yeah, he's seen most of them. We unboxes them. We talk about whether we've seen it or not, and there's a lot of obscure ones that I've never even heard of, like not even on my radar.
I don't know if Rico solved this question or not, but Mystery Snail Guardian wants to raid one of his videos on his channel. So I didn't see that he saw it or answered it.
Well, who doesn't like a channel raid? Assuming it's from decent people, and
Right.
not from some random channel.
Do you know Jeffro? Oh, Jeffers?
I don't know him, but I have heard the story. I've
I
heard
was,
the story, and I need to reconsider who I give my address to for sure.
yeah, I was watching him live when that happened.
I saw a clip of it that he still had on his channel. That's got to be freaky.
Traumatizing.
And if that happened to me, and I had my kids home with me, I would be livid. Like I would definitely want to find out who did that and pay them a little visit.
Yep. Rika Stan says he didn't see that, but he doesn't know what that means exactly to raid a video on their channel. I'm not sure either.
I think that means like someone sending their followers over to a live stream or a video or something and to comment. And it can be a good thing as long as your followers are decent people with like-minded interests and that kind of thing.
Thank
Then it can also go really bad.
Okay. So I hope you understand now, Rico, because I didn't understand either.
But I think if Mystery Snail Gardens is sending some people over, they're probably decent people.
Now, I'm confused. Is Mystery Snail Guardian, um, what's the name of the business that they affiliate themselves with? Empire, uh,
Crayfish Empire, is that
Crayfish
it?
Empire. Now, I know on the aquatic show the other morning, there was someone from Crayfish Empire, and I think their name was Gordon, but I don't think that's Mystery Snail Guardian. I think they're two different
Mm.
people, but I don't know. Does anybody know? Maria, do you know?
Mhm. I bet Mystery Snail Guardians would know, maybe.
Oh, that's right. They're still here.
Hmm.
But anyway, Stephen, is there anything on your channel that you would really like people to go to? A video that you've uploaded or a live stream that you've participated in that you would really like to direct people to uh, for views and to help promote that video?
Um, I guess if you're relatively new to my channel and you kind of want an overview of like the projects I currently have going on, I have a video where I just it took about 8 minutes to just go through all of my tanks and recent updates on them. And I don't remember the title of it, but it's like one of I think I did a bunch of shorts and live streams after it, but it's like the last edited video that I posted.
Um,
Patty, come on.
Live bearer mosh pit? Nope.
That's yeah, I think that was a short.
The planted fish house.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to put that in the link in the chat. How about that?
Alrighty.
Y'all go over there and watch this video and get to know Stephen and what some of his plans are. And don't forget to share it out and bring others back to it. How can we support you monetarily until you are monetized?
Monetarily, I mean, this is just for fun, like mostly I'm looking to help other people, like I do giveaways on my channel, when people are in need, if I've got some extra funds, I'll send it over. I've sent people plants and fish and that kind of stuff. So, I mean, the only thing that I want in return is just check out my channel, watch the videos, come to the live streams, hang out. That's
That's
all.
that's great. Thank you so much. You know, I still do it for the fun,
Hmm.
and I've been watching the Aquatic Morning Show since they've been monetized, and they are having an outrageous time receiving super chats and super stickers. And
I'm so happy for Jess that she had this big surge in subscribers, because she's worked her butt off for a long time. I mean, she still is, obviously.
uh-huh.
The woman never sleeps, it doesn't seem like. And yeah, I'm so glad that she's finally monetized, and I can see her sub count is still going up.
Okay, here's the answer to my question. Crayfish Empire is a sponsor
Oh,
of MSG since 2019, and we have collaboration together a bunch throughout the years. Great.
all
Thanks
right.
for answering that question. Grant, what did I say? Gordon? Grant.
Uh, I'm bad with names sometimes too.
Oh, I said Gordon. Would Stephen consider changing his name? Uh huh.
I've considered it. I appreciate the suggestion.
Oh my goodness. Just got to keep it alive. Keep it alive. Keep it alive.
Hmm.
What's this? Moody Gardens and the sticker videos are some of my favorites from Stephen.
So Moody Gardens is the first rap that I did. It's the only one up there. Only actually, it might even be the first song that I did on my channel.
I promise
And
you, I will go listen to it. I
all right,
will.
if you dare, at your peril.
I,
Um,
everybody knows my faith, but I
mhm.
also am a musician before any of that. And, I can take some things with a little bit of sugar, a little bit of honey.
And then the sticker videos was I was looking for, like, I'd been collecting the random stickers that Aquarium Co-op sends with your orders, and I had a lot of fish stickers. And then like the last 4 or 5 orders that I've made from them, instead of fish stickers, they were sending me either a duplicate or like their logo or something, like a lot of the same ones. And so I started making videos of unboxings, just like doing some tongue-in-cheek raging about the stickers because I wanted one more for the centerpiece on my. I've been putting the stickers on my laptop.
Jimmy P says he liked the last one best.
Last, which one? The song?
The last video, I
Mm.
guess, with the song on it, with the
If you,
stickers.
oh, okay. If you go to my Get Gills, you will see nothing. I was I was taking a little break because I put some fish up for sale, and I started getting more orders than I can handle because I work full time. I work from home, but I still got to work on occasion. So when I was getting like 10 orders or something to box up on a Monday, it was really cutting into work time. I mean, it's not easy to catch and box up fish and ship them.
No, it takes time.
Yep, I finally got my centerpiece sticker, and that would be Rico Stan's face is now the center of my laptop, and it still is.
I don't think I have Rika stands. Nope, not yet.
Well, he's got new stickers he needs to send me because I think his daughter like made some pretty nice ones. I have his old one, and I have like one of the last holographic stickers that he made, and that's my centerpiece. But yeah, he's got a couple more at least.
That's nice. I know Rocco makes really good merchandise. Hey Ed, how we doing? Ed's picking up cichlids. How you doing, man? Busy as a bee in the store and at home.
Mhm.
180 tanks at work, and I I think they've been training some employees to help out because he had the store all by himself there for a while.
Oh yeah.
Maria says, "Oh my God, Rico, my husband took one of the ones you gave me and put it on his truck."
So with my stickers, I've been doing what Chattanooga Ed has been doing with the turning
Making
them into
magnets.
magnets, and I
Hmm.
have them on my metal stands, and I'm almost between. So you sent me yours, and you also sent me one that I hadn't received yet, which was a fish room fever. So I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And and Danikins, I didn't have
Yep.
that one either. And then also I'm a member of Jadrin's channel, and so I got his like pack of stickers, and there's tons. I mean, there's a lot of them that I've never heard of or inactive channels, but like I still got a couple of dozen out of that, and that was awesome.
Yeah, I still have the plastic uh, container that Jadrin sent the over 150
Wow.
stickers to me, and don't have them all up. My bulletin board is three-fourths full. Hey, Lori, how we doing?
Lori, what's up?
Monster Fish Gal. Okay, we've got no more time left. Rocco and the
Oh,
Coast comes next. Um, I want to tell you, Stephen, thank you so much for being my special guest this week. And everybody go over and let's spend some time on Stephen's channel and just pick random videos and share them out. And let's get these subs up and help him reach 1,000. Even though he's not thinking about himself, he wants to just help everybody else out too. But he's a super guy. He's intelligent. I found out he's even crafty, and he's got a great family. And I look forward, if I get a chance, I will be over there and see you Saturday at 3 p.m. for your, I forget what it's called. It is called
I name it something different every time.
Saturday Afternoon Steamy McStreamy number 5 with chat Q&A, Pictionary, meet Mrs. P.E.E., Mrs. Streamy, live stream number 5. Thanks everybody for coming out and enjoying the rest of your afternoon. And anybody want a hashtag going over to Rocco and the Coast? Let me see.
I like what Ryan said. You need a neodymium magnet to hold up a Daniken sticker. It is the biggest sticker I have now.
And it's thick like a
Yeah.
postcard. Yes, it is. JD's are Jack and Dan. Theirs is as
Oh.
big as Daniken. And don't forget Dustin's fish tanks. His
Oh
is as big.
yeah, yeah. I have a few of those because I've been ordering plants from him like crazy.
What was the name of your dog? Jojo?
I have two. Jojo was the one you saw, and Coco was is the one that's, I guess, instigating the play over there.
Let's do hashtag Jojo
Jojo,
Coco.
and that's COCO.
Okay. We're doing hashtag Jojo Coco for Rocco and the Coast. Stephen,
Awesome.
thank you. God bless you and your family.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And you all have a great evening. Bye.